Miss Vera's story time live. Yay! Anyway, um, so what are we doing today? I'm going to unbox the spirograph, which I'm quite excited about. So, like I said, I had been mucking around with a rather unsophisticated model that I have, which still does the job. And I was having some fun. Like, these are the sort of the ideas. I want to do it like a series, something like this. And I've sort of very, people doing mundane things, but then that it is sort of like this idea, sort of the guy looks like he's going off to work and developing on this idea, obviously making it a bit more sophisticated. I went through, so obviously each ring of the spirograph has different designs that it makes. So, yeah. But this one is obviously a lot more sophisticated. I'm really quite excited. So where's one of those? Yeah, I was mucking around. I would like to try and find a way to use embellishment and maybe incorporating some gold leaf type mixed media into these works. So I'm just mucking around at this stage. But I'm excited. It took ages to order this. I got it from Officeworks. I did have a look at a few others online. This one seemed to have the most bits and pieces. I'm quite excited about this. It's got lots of things that I've never seen before in a spirograph. So let's have a look. So this one is so it says 22 spirograph pieces. It's got some putty. This one comes with markers, a guidebook, 20 design sheets, and a storage tray designed for 8 years and up. This one is made by Hasbro. There we've got on the back. And you can see all of the things that come in the kit. So it's quite good. Right, let's have a look. So I'm going to pull it out, make sure I've got it up the right way. Here we go. That's the box. All right, so it comes in, this is the tray it comes in. I can't say, does it come in something else? No, this is the storage tray. It's not the most sophisticated, but it is doing the job. So let's have a look. Oh, we've got a couple of people online. Hello, welcome to the live. So I'm unboxing this, which is quite exciting. So it looks like it comes with 2 different circles. And then you have all of your different rings that it comes with. And the shapes that I'm really curious about are, I'm really curious to see what this one does. So I'm going to get that one out. And then there's sort of like this shape, which is quite interesting. And then it obviously comes with these markers. So we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, we've got 8 markers there, which is pretty good. And it also comes with this one. So this is designed, I think this is where you'd probably use it comes with putty, which is similar to blue tack. And so that's used to stabilize these pieces. The biggest thing when I've found when using a spirograph is keeping everything stable and keeping enough momentum to keep the flow happening nicely while not rushing it and then making a mistake. So it's really simple in theory, but it takes a little bit of getting used to. So I'm going to grab a piece of paper. Let's have a go. I've got some paper here. Let's have a go with what they've given us. Let's have a look at this. So this comes with some nice sheets of paper to use. Quite a few actually. I reckon there'd be about 20. Is that what it says? 20 sheets of paper. There we go. Let's get that. And then it comes with the spirograph book. This is quite nice. The This would be really nice. I did actually buy 2 sets of this. So I have a set that's actually going off to my nieces in Brisbane, just as a holiday. They both did amazingly well on their school reports, so I thought I'd send one off to them. Anyway, let's have a look what it says in the Spirograph book. Okay, so it's a bit of a fold out. There's some really amazing designs that you can make. And then what's in here, and then it has sort of your basic designs. It looks like basic setup. Let's have a look. The different wheel holes, designs and how to use them. And then the basic pattern guide is over here in that section. And then it's getting started. So it talks about getting started, stabilizing your round part. Which do they call that? Pieces, roll it onto a ball in fingers of the ring. So it's just called a ring. So the Spirograph ring, and then the other components are just called the wheel and the ring. So this must be these are regarded as the wheel, and this is regarded as the ring. So stabilize that, and then you use that and go around. Yeah, I don't know. Look, you can spend all day reading things. When it comes to art, the best part about art is just to jump in and have a go at it. So let's just jump in and have a go at it, because you can't actually make any mistakes in art. No, you just can't. Right, so I'm going to put this up here so we can have a look at pieces. Can you see? Let me bring you over a bit, just so you can, that's a bit better. Hello. Right. So this does have like a small ridge, so it won't be sticking up too much once I put the putty on. So I'm just going to smear a little bit there, and I'm going to smear a little bit maybe here and a bit. So I'm just going to go round it sort of thirds, and I'm going to place it down in the middle of the tray and press down quite firmly. So I'm quite happy that that's stabilized now. And let's go like with a purple. That's a pink. Let's go purple. Purple's like one of my favorite colors, of course. And I've never used this square shape. So basically, there's little ridges. I'm not sure if you can see them. No, there's tiny little ridges here. And one of these ones is probably easier to show you with. So those tiny little ridges, like that. I will work out a better system to do this, but for first time, let's give this a go. So I'm just going to start. I think I'm going to start with this one over here. Pressure. Oh, this is unusual. I don't feel like I'm doing the best job. I'm a bit clunky. Oh, I do see. It is. Okay, right. Look, that was a little bit clunky on my behalf, but I'm sort of getting the basic idea of it. Now, because I've left that there, what I now have the ability to do is I can now go and grab, say, the circular one. So I made this original shape just using this. Because this is secured down, that's not going to go anywhere. So I can use different wheels with this ring. So let's give this one a go, and I'll go with a different color because we're going to get a different effect. Now, from memory, the closer into the center, the closer the wheel. So I'm going to go, let's just go with this one here and see what happens. This is a bit similar. I was hoping for something a little bit different. Whoops, I made a mistake. Oh dear. That's all right. There are no mistakes. I'm rushing a bit. All right, we got the basic shape there. All right, that one was a little bit messy. Not perfect. I will have another go. So this is, yeah, basically you can just, I mean, you don't need to put the putty down. I think definitely if you're going to have a go doing layering different shapes over the top of each other, let's try this one. I think then definitely you would need, so this one is shaped a bit like a football. It's quite interesting. Let's try that. Doo, doo, doo. Oh wow, that's actually really pretty. There were a couple of spots I missed actually. Oh, I'll never get them back. Anyway, yeah, that made actually quite a pretty shape. I like that one. Well, I think that was quite a success. I will need to work out obviously maybe some better camera angles and that kind of thing. But in terms of just being able to have a chat and say hello and get on live, and I'm really excited to be able to do YouTube lives. I think this is, yeah, I think it's going to be great. Anyway, I'm going to have a bit more of a play and I'll see you next time. So that was the Spirograph and yeah, by Hasbro. Endless hours of fun. I'm going to muck around and I'll post some stuff later and see you soon. Bye.